I'm seeing Oppenheimer and I see this film and I say this, right? This is a film that's going to make Michael B. Jordan Oscar-worthy selection or winning. In Sinners Part 2, they could start showing us the twins outside Mississippi where they stole all the money and how they've done it and their idea and their why. I've just came back from watching Sinners in the cinema and I am going to say this. Find some time and go and watch this movie. This is the best Ryan Coogler's film yet, and here's the reason why I am saying this. So number one, in case you don't know, Sinners, it is a story about two brothers or two twin brothers, Smoke and Starks, who are going back in their town of Mississippi to rebuild again. But what they didn't know, there was even a bigger devil waiting for them. And honestly, I'm not going to spoil this film for you. You need to go and watch it, then we will have another conversation. So the reason why I'm saying this is the best Ryan Coogler's film to date is because if you watch most of his movies, we're talking about Fruitvale Station, great story, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and what I believe is the best movie in the Rocky franchise, Creed, you will understand that those movie Rotten Tomato score is less than what Sinners is. Obviously, Sinner has even greater score, and after watching it, you will understand why it's scored that high. Another thing that I like about Sinners, because this is a stand-alone new film that breathes fresh air into the cinematic universe. It's not a sequel, prequel, remake of anything. This is a brand new story from Ryan Coogler's brain to our screen, and I really like what he captured. When I mean what he captured, I mean Mississippi story incorporated the black culture. That was dope. Number one, in this film, you really get to relive the life of our ancestors or our great-grandfathers and see how beautiful and authentic their life were. And you also get to see so many hidden messages that is in this film when it comes to race and black folks and so many other things that surround the film. Also, if you're into church, faith, or any other things, you get to learn more about the name Sinners. That's only if you pay attention where the name Sinners came from. It was so good in my opinion, because if you are black or someone that grew up in the community of church, pastors, you get to see how people point their fingers on the pastor's son. And I really like how Ryan Coogler incorporated faith and being the son of a pastor into this movie, because basically the character was struggling between making a choice to make world music, that is what my church used to call it, or continuing the work of the Lord just as his father. And obviously when you watch the movie, you learn more about a character and see how they made their own choice and how that choice lead up to what happened, and also remembering what their father told them, which was amazing, by the way. Another thing that I really liked about this movie is the format that Ryan Coogler used, which is IMAX. One thing that I will tell you before you watch this movie, if you do have the opportunity to watch it on IMAX, please go and watch it. Where I live, we do have this super screen, but it's not IMAX, but I was able to see the almost like the grandeur of the film that thanks to the IMAX camera. And before this, I actually used to think IMAX was for those big guys in the industry. We're talking about Christopher Nolan and so many other older generation white folks. And now seeing Ryan Coogler shooting his film on IMAX, this gives me hope, and to see how the future is shifting to younger generation getting their hand on such a huge and the highest print quality in the film industry. If you do love music, performance, and just how authentic black folks used to live their life, you're going to find yourself in the cinema feeling some goosebumps about life back then. Also, there is one scene in Sinners that combine the past music, the present, and the future music in the way that I have never ever experienced before. And let me tell you this, you will feel goosebumps. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you are black, Africa, or whichever part of the world you're from, when you watch this spin around of how they represented culture and just any other background, you will love it so much. And you get to see that sometimes it shifts and you see Ghana, sometimes it shifts and you see another part of the world, and sometimes it shifts and you feel this sense of place and sense of belonging in now one take that turn around and show you what music was, will be, and is like, which was dope in my opinion. Obviously, we're not going to reveal this film too much, and I also like how they use vampires in this film. Most of vampires film that I've seen, it's honestly very scary in a way that's just jumping on your screen and almost like come out of nowhere. This was very chilled vampire that is used in a very good way. Another thing that I need to say is that the performance of Michael B. Jordan was the best. When I mean the best, I'm seeing Oppenheimer and I see this film and I say this, right? This is a film that's going to make Michael B. Jordan Oscar-worthy selection or winning. And if they don't select him to win an Oscar or just be considered, I would say there is so many race-related beef that is going on. I'm going to be the first to say that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is one of his best performances. And that come from the way he portrayed the character. These are twins, and there's so much more that goes into playing twins, because if you watch Smoke and Starks, these people have different characteristic and different behavior that he had to portray, and I feel like that alone was really, really good. Also, there's so many other beautiful, amazing humans that did so much in this film, and honestly together it was almost like a beautiful team coming together to pull off one of the best performances. That is what Sinner was to me. Listen, I also see so many ways that this film could be in the future. So we do have Smoke and Starks, and I also like how they ended up putting the twin on each side of the bridge. The reason why I'm saying this is because one of the twin got bitten by a vampire, which means he becomes a vampire, and another twin is normal, which is good because the second one is going to be even interesting. And I also love that when they introduced the twin to us, we just know that there used to be this twin that was super trouble. They used to do so many bad things, but they did not show us what the twin used to be, which mean in Sinners Part 2, they're basically, the way they'll flip this is very endless. They could start showing us the twins outside Mississippi, where they stole all the money and how they've done it and their idea and their why. They could do it that way. They can also show outside Mississippi to where people are coming back to hunt the twin from whenever they stole the money to Mississippi. That is another way that they will do it. Also, the way that now it's standing, one twin is bitten by the vampire, another one is normal. They could flip that in so many different ways. Like, are they going to work together? Are they going to merge? Listen, that is yet to be known. But no matter what Sinners 2 is going to be, go and watch the story and tell me what you think. But most important, Ryan Coogler is one of the force to be reckoned with in the black cinematic universe, and I just love that he came along and showed us that it is possible to push the boundary. Also, he owns the film's IP, which is a conversation that we are going to have. So this was my basically fresh perspective from the cinema. I'm planning on making another detailed scripted kind of like breakdown of this film after everyone is watching, because I really hate it when people comes and start spoiling film for people online, and I'm not that guy. I didn't even mention any character's name because I want you to go and watch it, and then when we have that conversation, we'll talk more about it. So go and watch Sinners in cinema, and I know you will like it.